In our last video, we saw what are the high probability and low probability trade related to two candle theory. In this video, we'll see how to do an averaging in two candle theory. Let's get into it. What is averaging? Averaging is once you enter, after that, if you are adding any position without exiting is called as averaging. The price what you have entered in first time and the price what you are entering on the next trade would not be same, so that your price of two trades would be averaged and you will have a different buy price. That is called as averaging. When to do averaging? Averaging is not only on downside, means you will be entering onto a trade. If it is going on loss, you average it. It is not only about it. You will enter onto a trade, and if it is going in your favor also, you have to average it. So averaging should be done on both the side, not only on your losing trade. That you should be very clear. If you are only averaging on your losing trade, you will end up losing a lot. Because one time if it is going on your opposite direction, your all the profit without averaging what you would have earned would have been wiped out. So always do averaging on both the side, on profit making trade as well as on loss making trade. How to average? Before deciding how to average, you have to decide how much portion of capital you are deploying in per trade. For example, you are deploying 20% of your capital in per trade. You have to decide how much quantity you can buy in that 20%. For example, you can buy 100 quantities in that 20%. That 100 quantities you have to divide and buy for averaging. It should be 15 in first trade, then 20, 30 and last entry would be 35. So now you have reached your 100 quantity averaging. This ratio can be according to your willing also. Like 20 you can enter in first trade, 30 you can enter in next trade, and next trade you can add 50 also. But make sure always your last average should be a higher quantity. Where should you be averaging? Always have a higher average at a exact support and resistance level. So when you are entering into a two candle, you can enter with a less quantity. For example, you are entering onto a long side two candle theory. So you have to enter with a lesser quantity, and when it is coming to a super trend, you have to add your maximum quantity. So for example, what we have taken, when you are entering, first should be employing a 20%, and next you will be entering on a 30% of your total quantity. And when it comes to a super trend, you have to deploy remaining 50% of your quantity. So we'll take a small example. So in this example, you can see this is a good two candle theory. You have an ascending order volume. The first volume is 68K and the next volume is 73K. Everything is perfect. Now, how averaging would be done here? Here you would be entering, and if it would have gone against you, you would be averaging somewhere here first time, and you would be adding some more here, and at VWAP and WMA you would be averaging maximum, and you would have entered here, and once it is coming back you would have added something here, and if it is again going in your favor, you would have added here and you would have added here, and in this candle you would have exited. So your averaging should be done on both the side, not only when you are making loss trade. Okay, so we'll take one more example. Here you can see this is a good high probability trade. The volume is in consecutive candles, and here the third candle start would be your entry. After that you would have averaged till super trend. Okay, so here you would have entered 15 quantities, and you would have entered some 20-25 quantities here, and again 20 quantities here. Here you did not get an opportunity to deploy your full remaining quantities. So after that down move, you would have averaged and exited. It is fine, but it is not a case where you have to deploy all 100 quantities. So when you're not getting opportunity to deploy the remaining quantities, you can start trailing and exit with that trade. So we have done so many live trade videos. You can have a look of it, so you will understand how we are doing averaging and how the 2 candle we have worked. The link has been given in the description. You can check on it. So if you have any queries related to 2 candle theory, post your questions in comment. So we will make a separate Q&A video in future. So in this video, you have learnt a averaging technique related to 2 candle theory. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more updated videos. Keep learning and earning.